You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Hello to you, sir. How you doing over there?
Hey, you believe in this stuff? It's Friday the 13th.
I know. Heidi's...
I love Friday the 13th.
You can't get into that?
Yeah, it's always my lucky day. I always have really good days on that day.
I see.
Yeah.
Some people just stay home. I mean, some people freak out over this
I
stuff.
know. There are people who won't get off on the 13th floor off an elevator.
Yeah.
There's, I'm not superstitious about any of that. Maybe a little stitious, just not superstitious.
Just a little stitious.
Yeah.
Well, happy Friday the 13th. This also happens to be celebrating all kinds of things, mostly food related today. It's National Hummus Day. What is hummus, by the way?
It's like mushed beans or something.
chickpeas.
Like I see
Isn't
little stuff of it, like, at the
Yeah.
grocery store. I look at it and go, what, $8 for what? What is that? I'm not buying that.
I think it's made out of chickpeas. We have a friend in Nebraska who used to get that all the time for like a dip.
Is it good? Have you had it?
I accidentally tried
tasted
some
it.
once, and
I
it really
didn't love
wasn't
it.
bad.
I didn't love it.
Okay, with different flavors. And so it's like a dip, right?
Yeah, I thought it was cream cheese. I was like, oh, this is cream cheese is kind of weird. Oh, that's hummus. I'm
Is
like,
it like supposed to be good for you?
I think it's healthy.
think
yeah,
so,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. it's
Oh,
healthy.
that's why I've never had it. On a brighter note, it's Apple Pie Day.
Ooh,
Yummy!
yummy.
It also happens to be Fruit Cocktail Day.
Okay.
And most
Okay.
importantly, it is Crouton Day.
Yeah,
The
John
crouton,
likes
which no one
croutons.
talks about, whatever. I'm a
I'm a
big
fan.
crouton fan.
It's the best way to eat stale bread, Dan.
It absolutely is. Fantastic. Stevie Wonder's 72 today,
Nice.
renewing his driver's license.
I don't think he's. No.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
He became big as Edward, the vampire in the Twilight movies. He's 36 today, and most recently, he's the most recent Batman
Yeah.
in that franchise. People didn't think it would work out. He got pretty good
Rave
reviews
reviews, yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Love Batman.
Leader of the People's Temple cult, which did not end well at all, Jim Jones.
Oh yeah.
Born this day back in 1978. Without Jim, we would not have that cliche, drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, yeah.
Which isn't quite correct. Jim was pretty cheap. He used Flavor Aid,
So that's think
which was
about
a knockoff generic brand of Kool-Aid
So
and
as-
less expensive.
as Kool-Aid. Are you happy that yours is the one that's? Because it's like, well, they're saying our name, so just don't drink the flavor.
No
Aid.
such thing as bad advertising.
Apparently, but probably.
Yeah, but she's been going on since 1978. Over 900 members.
Yeah, it's such a
Wow.
sad story.
We're sipping and slipping and ending it all because Jim said so. 1950, Diners Club issues its first credit card.
Oh, yeah. I love this story. Do you know the story behind that?
Okay. Well, yeah, I
Is that
researched
even
the whole
still a
thing.
thing?
You can still get Diners Club. It's Diners Club International now, but it is owned and distributed by Discover Financial
Yeah.
Services.
Huh.
So, yeah. Diners Club. Is it, you used to just use that in like restaurants and stuff? Because that's
I
what
don't know.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah, I think you can use it everywhere. But it literally started when a dude got to a place and realized I have no money in my wallet, and then he came up with this plan so he would never have to be embarrassed again. It's like an IOU system, and it turned into credit cards, which is amazing.
Fantastic. Such a good idea. Go into as much debt as you possibly can.
No, you just pay off the cards every month. That's all.
Okay, 1958, the trademark Velcro is
yeah.
registered.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That came about, some guy was walking through a field, those little
Cockleburs,
birds?
yeah.
Those cockleburs? And he took a look at him and went, you know what?
That's a good fastener.
That would be a pretty decent,
And
yeah.
I think Velcro is just a word because it sounded like it was from the future.
Ooh.
Velcro.
Well, it's worked out pretty darn well.
Yeah.
And finally, 2004, and I know you guys are big fans, you've seen all the reruns, final episode of Frasier.
Oh, yes, I love Niles.
NBC, watched by 33 million people.
Yeah, that show was brilliant.
Did Miles ever end up with Daphne?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I stopped watching after
Yeah.
a while
Yeah, yeah.
back in the
He
day.
did.
And a lot of the time when the two people who have this secret love, once they connect, then usually the writers just don't know what to do. They did a really good job keeping it fun. So it was neat.
It was brilliantly done. That show was just awesome.
33 million people. On the other hand, just a year or so back, 35 million people caught the last episode of Tiger King. So
And that was not
And I've seen them both.
necessarily
So,
described as brilliant.
pick your poison,
The
America.
Venn diagram overlap is me.
Well, they both had gay actors, so
Wow.
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, kind of not.
All right. Well, I know, we all know. We just bounce ahead here.
Gonna do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news on this Friday the 13th. And we've got something fun happening this evening. I've got Alita Wendell's joining us right now. She's one of the comedians that will be performing tonight in T. Alita, how you doing?
Great.
Excited to chat with you. You've got a fun comedy show coming up tonight. We've got you and Jerry Irby, and there's another gentleman as well. Who's the other person that's going to be there?
Nate Abshire is coming from Minneapolis.
Nice. It's going to be a fun show. We talked a little bit with Jerry yesterday. And again, if folks would like to come out and join you, what time does everything get started tonight?
Doors are at 5:30. The show starts at 7.
Very, very cool. And if they want to come out and have dinner and all that, there's food and everything, so they can come out and just make a whole evening of it, can't they?
Heck yeah.
And now, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy, Alita?
I've been doing stand-up about 2.5 years. I'm kind of a newbie in the scene, but I love it.
And you're taking it by storm. You've won the funniest comic in Sioux Falls in the past, haven't you?
Yeah, I got the Larry Brinkman for, was it March?
That was really cool. And Jerry Irby also has won that a few times, I believe. And Nate Abshire is a very funny dude as well. So tonight's going to be a darn good night of comedy.
Heck yeah, yeah. Nate was on he competed on Last Comic Standing. He is hilarious. Jerry and I met him in Brookings a couple months ago and asked him to do a show here, and we're really pumped to get him on stage down here in T.
And tonight is the night. So if folks are looking for something to do on this Friday the 13th, this is definitely something to do, isn't it?
Yes.
And let's talk about your style of comedy. What would you say is like your style? Is there somebody that you would compare yourself to?
I don't know about comparisons. I'd say I do observational comedy. Kind of just my unique perspective on the world at large. I can put it that way.
I like that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for a couple of years. What was it that first made you decide, I'm going to get up on that stage and tell some jokes?
So, funny story. I was in St. Cloud, Minnesota doing some work training, and I went on a date, and I made this guy laugh the whole time, and he dared me the next night to go on stage at an open mic in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and I killed it, and it's been going good ever since.
That is awesome. Now, how long have you been in Sioux Falls? You're fairly new here, right?
Yeah, I moved here in November.
And what do you think so far? You like it?
It's great. Yeah, I love it here. I think I found my tribe of weirdos.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing that's really neat is we kind of make everybody fit in here, don't we?
Heck yeah.
It's a fun place to be. Now, if folks are looking for something fun to do tonight, again, I'm going to throw a link to make it really easy to find, but I'm going to read you the details right now. Nate Abshire, Jerry Irby, Alita Wendell's, that's who we're talking to. The show starts at 7, but you can get in earlier than that. Doors open at 5:30. It's in T, and it used to be the T Steakhouse. Now it's Boss's, and they've got a comedy club in the back in the event center area. And it's a great show. Tickets are available right now. If you don't get tickets in advance, you can try your luck and maybe get some at the door. And Alita, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us, and I hope you guys have a good crowd. I'm going to try to make it tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
Well, you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully tonight.
You too.
Again, Alita Wendell's one of the many funny comics, 3 comics tonight. And again, tickets are available right now. Get all of the details at SiouxFallsComedy.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Friday?
You know, we've been remiss this week, have not mentioned it once. It is National Nurse Appreciation Week.
I appreciate nurses a lot.
I love nurses.
Yeah.
Honest to goodness, man, they get stuff done. Did you know, and John, this will hit close to home to you.
Oh, what's that?
Because you are a footwear fashionista.
Oh, yeah.
The folks that brought the world Crocs
Yeah.
this week gives away free Crocs to nurses.
I understand why, because a lot of nurses wear Crocs.
I guess I haven't noticed.
They're very comfortable.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing with nurses.
You're on your feet all the time, and as much as people make fun of Crocs, they're very comfortable when you're on your feet a lot.
Well, according to my resources, nurses in Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, that is the footwear of choice
Yeah.
Yeah.
for nurses.
Yeah.
So here's the skinny. If you'd actually like a free pair of Crocs, and to me, Crocs should be free anyway.
Hey, hang on, I'm getting a pen. I got to write this down.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
There should be absolutely no charge for
I love, even though my Crocs let me down last year and I needed stitches, I still love my Crocs.
As far as I'm concerned, that should be a punishment.
They're
when you're bad,
comfy.
here, you get to walk around in these.
I like mine.
According to the PR and marketing people at Crocs, quote, since the spring of 2020, we've donated nearly, it started out the pandemic thing,
yeah.
when nurses were on the front lines, man. Okay? We've donated nearly 1 million free pairs of Crocs to healthcare heroes over the past couple of years. And most of us today now get to live comfortably thanks to their tireless efforts. We want to recognize that healthcare professionals are still taking care of our community day in and day out.
Very nice.
So if you're a medical professional, especially a nurse, apparently all you need to do is jump on Crocs, CROCS.com, and go, hey,
I want some shoes.
send me some of those horrifying things.
No, they're nice. What size shoe do you wear, Dan? I'm going to get you some Crocs.
John, I would put them I would burn them immediately. After I beat you with them.
Have you ever heard the phrase, don't judge me till you walk a mile in my Crocs?
No. No.
I think you and Heidi should both get a pair of Crocs.
No.
Just for a day, and just walk around and see how comfortable. And after you wore them for a day, you would look down and go, you know, I don't care what they look like. My feet feel like they're dancing on clouds.
Got a friend of mine, known him forever. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
You know him, actually. I'm not going to name his name, but he's about 6'6".
I know exactly who you're
maybe
talking
6.
about.
Where's Crocs? It's like the first time I saw him wearing his Crocs, I said, dude, do you own a mirror? Do you? Is your wife not seeing this?
The weird thing about my Crocs don't look like Crocs.
They do.
No, they
They,
don't.
they John,
They do.
John.
They don't have the bulbous toe thing.
Don't.
Mine are
doesn't
open
matter.
toe Crocs.
They still look like Crocs.
Well, I'm just saying. So if anybody brings me a pair of Crocs, mine are the open toe Crocs.
I think
Sport
it is.
Crocs.
I think it's pretty cool that they've given
I do too.
over a million
It's
pair
nice,
away
yeah.
in the past
Yeah.
couple of years.
Yeah.
That's
I love
kind of
that.
neat. But again,
I also have some Croc flip flops that Heidi bought me.
John
Not
is
as comfy.
well aware.
Yeah, I'm
and,
just
and why you take pride in any of this just
Right?
eludes me totally.
I'm just saying, if Crocs wants to sponsor our program, I'm just putting that out there.
Hey, all the nurses out there, hope your week was fantastic. Thanks for everything you do, man.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
it. Enjoy
That's
Friday
fantastic.
the 13th. I'll catch up. Have an amazing, blessed weekend. I'll catch up with you guys Monday.
That sounds
Sounds
great.
awesome.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, May 13th, 2022. Equities wobbled Thursday after opening at a new low. The action was driven by a hot PPI report that showed producer-level inflation is still on the rise and accelerating on a year-over-year basis. The takeaway for investors is that with producer prices still on the rise, consumer prices are going to rise as well, and that is bad news for the economy. Inflation has been above the Fed's 2% target for over a year now, and accelerating with a situation will force them to act, and possibly more aggressively than they've indicated. Because there is still more than a month before the next meeting, and a full round of economic data, we think the market is in for more volatility, if nothing else. Next week, the market will have little to move on other than economic data. The earnings season is all but over, and what's left is mostly consumer and retail names. The risk for the market is that consumer spending may flag in the face of rising prices and send the market into an earnings recession. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.